Hi everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Karen Rutan from Karen Rutan Fitness. I wanted to jump on and do a quick video this week of 12 tips to not overeat during the holiday season. I know this is a really rough time getting through the holidays, especially when we've been working so hard all year to keep up with our goals and achievements. I'm going to start out with tip number 1, and I did get a lot of these from the Bethenny Frankel podcast, Just Be. They're from her book Naturally Thin. I'm going to go ahead and give her a plug. And then some of the other tips are my own that I follow along with. I'll have some tips from Dr. Danni in here, which is the natural path that I work along with. Also, I'll try to link up everything below in the comment box. Tip number 1 is going to be plan. It's very important to know where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing, whose house you're going to be at, what your plan is for the holidays. And be prepared for your schedule to change. You're going to be in a whole different regimen for those couple days. Make sure to plan ahead. Know what time you're going to work out. Know how long you're going to work out. Set that time aside for you. One very important thing is that during the holidays, we forget to take care of ourselves. It's extremely important to take care of ourselves. We can't be there for everybody if we're not going to be there for ourselves. We come first, then we could give to others. So maybe if you're used to working out in the evening, you may have to work out in the day. You might not be able to get your whole hour in. You might not be able to get your whole 20 minutes of cardio in. You may have to give and take some places. You may have to do less one day, do more the other day. So be prepared to get your schedule down pat. Have a plan of what you're doing, what's going on, what's happening for that week. Tip number 2 is make sure that you keep with your normal eating habits. Make sure that you're getting up, you're having your breakfast, you're having your lunch. Do not skip meals during the holiday. You're going to be more inclined to eat more and overindulge once you get to that holiday dinner if you skip your lunch or you skip your breakfast. Which leads to number 3. Tip number 3 is eating a healthy snack before you leave. Try to make sure that you are full before you go to the party. A common occurrence at a party is you skip lunch, you're going to that evening party, you're starving, food's coming around, you're grabbing anything and everything that you could get within reach because you're hungry. So try to make sure that you eat a healthy snack before you go. Celery and peanut butter, carrots and peanut butter, vegetable sticks, something that's going to give you nutrition but keep you full for a while longer. Tip number 4 is make sure that you stay hydrated. And I don't know if I like cocktails. I personally, when I'm out somewhere, I might drink a little bit more because I'm feeling thirsty. To where if I was already hydrated, I'm not going to drink as much as I normally would if I was dehydrated. So make sure that your body's sufficiently hydrated before and during your holiday event or whatever you have going on for the holidays. Make sure you're getting your water intake. And while we're on the subject of alcohol, when you're having your alcoholic beverages, say you have a beer, you have a glass of wine, try to match that beer or match that wine with the same amount of water to kind of flush it out of your system. Plus you're not going to drink as much and you're not going to waste all those calories on the alcohol. Another good tip, and this is from Bethenny Frankel, another good tip is adding soda water or sparkling water to your cocktails. Just a little bit of a way to make it a little bit healthier option for you. Number 5, do not stand and eat. One really important thing that we should be doing when we eat is being more mindful of what we're eating, what we're putting into our body, stopping, listening. Are we really hungry? Are we eating this because we're hungry, or are we eating it because it's in front of you and you're bored? Or there may be other reasons that you might want to grab that food. Sit down, focus on what you're actually doing. And this might come into occurrence when again, you walk into a place and they're passing trays of food around, or you have little trays of snacks sitting everywhere and you're just walking around, you're talking to everyone because you're a social butterfly like me and you're grabbing everything. So sit down, focus on what you're doing, and it helps you to not be distracted by everything else that's going around. Number 6, know what you're going to eat ahead of time. Kind of have a plan. And a lot of the times you'll see like food sitting out as it's being prepared to sit out, or the main course, I should say, for everyone. Kind of walk around the room, look at all the food, make a plan of what you're going to have before you actually sit down and eat it. Again, that's when that number 1 comes in ahead of time. Plan, plan, plan. You can never go wrong with too much planning. Number 7, only fill your plate one time. Instead of going back for seconds, instead of going back for thirds, only fill your plate one time. That helps to ensure that you're not going to overindulge. Number 8, which I think is a really good tip, make sure that your plate is organized. Make sure that you have a nice circle of foods on your plate, that you're not just stacking things on top of each other, throwing everything together. You want to make it a nice, neat, organized plate. And then that leads us to number 9, eat your high volume foods first. So eat your meats first. Eat your dark green leafy vegetables first. Eat the filling foods before you eat the non-filling foods first. So you want to make that on your plate, possibly the bigger portion on the plate that's going to keep you fuller longer. And then you won't be inclined to eat the other junk. Number 10, and this is in the words of Dr. Danni. Shout out Dr. Danni. Chew your food to the consistency of creamy peanut butter. Your saliva helps to break down the food. It's part of your immune system. It helps to eliminate any bacteria that might be in the food. Plus, the finer that you chew the food, the better it's going to go in, digest, the better it's going to come out. And that's initially what we would like. So make sure you're chewing your food to the consistency of creamy peanut butter. Number 11, balance your choices. So a lot of the times during the holiday, we're going to have our desserts, my favorite, and we're going to have wine, cocktails. Have a healthy balance. If you have a choice between a dessert and a beverage, pick one or the other. Or you can balance them both out. Have half a glass of wine, half a piece of cake, half a piece of pie, half of a cocktail. Use balance. Number 12, choose to eat from a small plate instead of choosing to eat from the whole container. And we'll just use a bucket of popcorn for an example. If you're eating out of the bucket of popcorn, you could keep eating. If you grab a smaller plate, or we'll say like a cheese board or something with like the cheese and the pepperonis and the salamis and the mild peppers and all that stuff, you're going to be better off to get a small plate instead of just grabbing from that board or just grabbing from the bucket of popcorn. Give yourself grace. Me personally, through the holidays, I know it's unrealistic for me to lose weight during the holidays, nor do I care to lose weight during the holidays. I set these weeks aside for me not to gain weight. So my goal for the holiday season is not to deprive myself of food. It's to make healthier choices. It's to have fun, to enjoy myself, to be with my friends, to be with my family, be present in the moment, and not hold it against myself if I make a bad decision. My goal is not to lose weight, it's to not gain weight. I want you guys to have a wonderful holiday. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment box. You could find me at Karen Rattan Fitness on Facebook. You could also Google me at Karen Rattan Fitness. You could find my full schedules. I offer in-person, virtual classes, group fitness classes. I am also offering virtual personal training now for people of all ages. You could also email me at KarenRattanFitness@yahoo.com, or you could give me a ring at 330-647-8124. Bye, guys.